If you have high blood pressure, these are 15 foods that you have to avoid. Now, I've already discussed about the food you should eat, the kind of food you eat that lower your blood pressure if you have high blood pressure. So basically, if you're new in this channel, please just locate the video. I'm going to put the link on the description box. So basically in this video, these are 15 foods to avoid if you have high blood pressure, because they are going to make your drugs not to work. They are going to increase your blood pressure the more, and everything you're doing will seem abortive. Okay, remember, high blood pressure and diabetes is the two leading cause of kidney failure in the whole world. Okay, so but when it is being managed well, when it's being managed properly, there is no problem. Okay, so, and I've already told us on how the natural ways you can bring your blood pressure down. So please make sure you locate those videos. My name is Nurse Merit. I'm a nephrology nurse. Basically, dialysis, kidney is my specialty. So if you have any question in regards to them, either put them in the comment section, or you can book a section with me by clicking on the link on my bio. Now, let's get to it. These are the 15 foods you have to avoid if you have high blood pressure. Number 1 is canned food. Yes, I know you were not expecting it. Now, not just canned food. Example, vegetable canned foods. For instance, green beans that is in can, tomatoes that is in can, vegetables that are in can. You have to avoid this. It is better you eat them fresh. I'll tell you the reason. Now, the normal amount of sodium that a person is supposed to take is 2,300 milligrams. Okay, that is a teaspoon. Then if you're hypertensive, you're supposed to take 1,500 lesser. Okay, that is like if you divide the teaspoon to quarter or something. Now, 1,500 milligram lesser if you are hypertensive. Okay, which I've explained to us. You see a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. You shouldn't take more than that, if possible lesser. Now, these canned foods, let's take a tomato canned food. I don't have any here. I would have shown you. Has 1,800 milligram per serving. Okay, for instance, let's say tomato canned food, it has 1,800 milligram per serving. Now remember, you're supposed to take less than 1,500, because you think it's tomato, because you think it's vegetable or corn or green beans or whatever, you are thinking they are healthy. No, when you times 1,800 milligrams times 5 servings or 4 servings, because you will see that the 1,800 or 1,700 or 1,500 is per serving. So you have 5 servings. 1,800 times 5, that's like about 6,000 something a day. So you see why you need to run away from anything that is canned food, no matter what it is, no matter how healthy it seems that it's going to be. Please, canned food is a no-no. It has a lot of sodium in them. I hope that is clear. Number 2, in canned foods, again, let me give you an example of corn. Yes, canned corn. You will get some servings will say 305 milligram per serving, 300 and something per serving. Now some of them have 3 servings or 4 servings. 303 or 305 times 3 servings or times 4 servings, you will see that you're already taking 1,000 plus, or almost like 1,000 in a day. And then plus other things that you eat at the end of the day. So anything canned food, I don't want to go on and on. I would have given you so many examples. Anything canned food is something you really not to consider. Please take whatever you're taking fresh. Okay, so then what are you going to do? Because I know most people may want to add any of canned food, maybe once in a while in a moderation. What you need to do is, you see the water in the canned food, you take them out and you add more water. You keep adding water and then keep sieving it, keep adding water and keep sieving it. It will help at least eliminate the sodium to a certain level. Okay, however, if you can get your fresh vegetables, it is so much preferred. Number 2 foods are processed meats. example, deli meats like sausages, like what are they, all those meats they use in doing use in your sandwiches. It can come in chicken forms. Deli meats, please, a serving may contain about 500, 400, 600 grams of salt. Please, you have to avoid all processed food as as many as possible. Okay, any processed meat, especially sausages, whatever, canned, scrambled egg, all those processed meats. It can be in form of, for people in Nigeria, kilishi, right? They have a lot of salt in them. Please avoid them as much as you can. They also have nitrates in them. Please, okay. Now the next one is very important, is alcohol. Yes, alcohol of any type, red wine, beer, whatever. I've already explained to us on the previous video, I think on the video on foods that are high blood pressure, foods to eat to reduce your high blood pressure naturally. I explained to us the amount of alcohol you would take if you must in a day. I use the red wine, beer, and gins. I explained to us how many you can take that are not in excess. I'll explain with the measurements. I used an example. Okay, so now alcohol can exacerbate your blood pressure. It can exacerbate your, meaning like it can increase your blood pressure more, and it can cause high blood pressure on the long run if you don't even have it. Not just that, it can damage the walls of your arteries. Okay, so you just need to be careful. If you're having high blood pressure, alcohol is something that you have to stop. You don't need to reduce it, but you have to stop. Now the next one on the list is, which you may not be expecting, is condiments or ingredients. I don't know how you may know it, but it's condiments. Now you've been told that, okay, don't eat a lot of salt. Instead of taking raw sauce, you can put a lot of condiments on your food. It can help in instead of adding raw salt, but that may not be true. Most condiments has a lot of sodium in them, more than they contain in the normal salt. For instance, soy sauce, right? Soy sauce, the one they use in making fried rice or vegetable rice and all, it has more than, a serving of soy sauce have more than the recommended daily salt intake. You should have known by now what it means. So you can, it's so much. Most condiments has a lot of sodium in them. Soy sauce, mayonnaise, ketchup, there are a lot of sodium in them, and they are not good for you. See why it is good that you have to prepare the food you eat by yourself. Now, you don't expect a food to taste salty before you know that there is a lot of salt in them. Now, if you use some condiments, like for instance this soy sauce, and it may not taste salty, but there are a lot of salt in it, especially when you now add other condiments, and then you add your cubes that has MSG and all, your seasoning cubes. Please be careful. Prepare your food by yourself. It will go a long way. Okay, now let's get to the next one. I did not quite explain this sausage that people that I mentioned on the meat, processed meat. Okay, sausage, for instance the hot dog, is something you really need to avoid. One hot dog contains about 700 to 800 milligram of salt. Remember, you're supposed to take less than 1,500. So if you're taking one, then the other ones you'll be taking, it's something you need to really avoid. Okay, please, everything in moderation. Please be aware of this. Okay, the next food you may have to avoid is, if you're hypertensive, is fast food. Now, fast food doesn't just mean going to the restaurant to get probably a cooked rice or something, which may not be nice. You have to cook your food yourself. Just like I've explained, they may have a lot of condiments that they've put in it that has a lot of sodium in it. And fast food can come in the likes of cornflakes, beverages, teas, beverages, I've forgotten their name again because I barely eat them, chocolates, bread, candies, there are a lot of them. I can't even place mine, but you know, processed foods, you know, food that are already made, fast food, then chicken nuggets, fried chicken that are made at the restaurant. You can, if you want to eat your chicken, you can make them yourself, remove the back of the skin and make them yourself. But all these already made foods that are in the fast food, also coupled with the canned foods, please, you have to avoid them. Most of them, 99% of them are packed with a lot of salt. Okay, cakes, biscuits, tea, beverages, please, you need to really avoid them. They have a lot of sodium in them. Remember, salt or sodium is the key. Now the next thing on the list is sugary drinks. Any form of sugary drink, beverages, any form of sugary drink, cola products, whatever, please, it will increase your blood pressure the more. You need sugar, quite all right, but which you can get in carbohydrates. In the little food you eat, you can get them. So thinking lot of sugary drinks, calories, please, it's going to cause you more harm than good. So please avoid sugary drinks. Okay, the next food on the list is pizza. I don't even need to explain this. You should know by now that pizza will increase your blood pressure because everything used in making pizza has a lot of sodium in it. So please, it's one food that you need to avoid. Okay, I don't want to make this video so long. The next thing is, of course, bread. I've mentioned this. Bread has a lot of salt in them. Okay, please, it should be something you take once in a while. Okay, the next food on the list should be very important. I almost forgot, caffeine or coffee. Caffeine, anything that has caffeine in it. Caffeine keeps you going, but you just need to be careful on the amount that you should take in a day, especially when you have high blood pressure. It's been noted that it can increase your blood pressure if taken in higher amounts. So don't expect that when you just take coffee. There are so many things that you may take that may have caffeine in them. For instance, energy drinks, which is not good for your heart and your kidneys, by the way. Caffeine, the regular coffee, your normal tea, chocolate drink has caffeine in them. Your beverages, for instance, probably the cola, coke, and all of it have caffeine in them. So please, you have to really be careful. Okay, the next but not the least, I have a lot of them, but I'm rushing to go out, is red meat. Please, you have to, red meat has salt in them, especially when prepared, fried and all. Please, they are not good for you. Okay, especially if you have high blood pressure. Please reduce the way you take them. The ones that come in sausages, already made, processed, please, they are not good for you. Okay, you can take lean meat, for instance, white meat, chicken, remove the back, you know, white meat, they are good. Okay, at this juncture, I think I have to go. Please make sure you locate the video on natural ways to bring your blood pressure down. Okay, causes of high blood pressure, all of you notice how to bring your blood pressure down, reasons why your blood pressure is not coming down. I'll put the links on this video in the description box. Just click on them, they will take you to the videos. Now if you want to have a consultation with me, if you want to book a consultation with me, it's not free. Just click on the link on my bio, it will take you to where you're going to chat with me one-on-one. You can also put your question on the comment section if you want to. Okay, like this video, please subscribe and let me know if you have more questions in the comment section. Have a nice day.